The dollar was sharply lower against the other major currencies on Friday, capping its worst weekly performance against the euro in 3 years. But what's likely to affect your trades this week? Find out more in today's Market Glance in collaboration with investing.com. So last week's Fed statement dampened expectations for a mid-year rate hike, prompting investors to exit positions which would benefit from a strong dollar. Euro-dollar was up 1.52% to 1.082 late Friday. For the week, the common currency gained 3.2%, the largest increase since October 2011. Dollar yen was down 0.64% to 120.03 in late trade, ending the week with losses of 1.06%. Dollar Swiss franc dropped 1.54% to 0.9747 for a weekly loss of 3.16%. But despite the past week's reversal, the dollar looks likely to continue to strengthen, with the Fed still expected to raise interest rates ahead of other central banks. Oil prices dropped around a percentage point in early Asian trade on Monday after Saudi Arabia said over the weekend it would not unilaterally cut its output to defend prices. Market players have been paying close attention to the shrinking rig count in recent months, for signs it will eventually reduce the glut of crude flowing into the market. On the New York Mercantile Exchange, crude oil for delivery in May slumped 1.28% at $45.98 a barrel by close of trade. In the week ahead, oil traders will also continue to monitor developments surrounding talks between Iran and world powers over Tehran's nuclear program, as well as fighting in Libya. And ahead of the coming week, investing.com has compiled a list of these and other significant events likely to affect the markets. Tomorrow, China is to release a preliminary reading of the HSBC. Then investors will be focusing on the US inflation report for clues on the impact of the stronger dollar. On Thursday, the UK is to produce data on retail sales, and later in the day, the Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Pelosi is to speak. His comments will be closely watched. On Friday, Japan is to release a string of economic reports, including data on household spending, inflation, unemployment, and retail sales. The US is to round up the week with final data on fourth quarter economic growth and the revised reading of the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. Well, keep an eye on all the events mentioned and more by clicking back to Dukascopy TV, but for me and for now, it's goodbye.